Hi guys, are you ready for another unedited rant? I have already done one on social anxiety, so I will link that up down below. And I wanted the focus of today's to be on depression because it's something that I've been thinking about quite a bit lately and it's been getting a little bit under my skin. And I just wanted to put out a couple of videos now while I can because this Saturday I'm going to be going to Dominican for a week, which I'm looking forward to with the boyfriend. I'm going to a wedding, and so I will be back the following Saturday. So I thought for now I'll put out some new content so you guys will be able to check it out while I'm gone, and then when I come back I will continue on with the videos. I also wanted to do quick shout out to two YouTubers I met fairly recently who I think are doing a great job expressing themselves in the realm of mental health to do with both social anxiety and depression. So shout out to Andrew H and to Hailey Grace, and I will be putting their links down below as well. So let me just get right into it. I am so frustrated with the fact that people just do not understand depression. I feel like with social anxiety, just from my own point of view, that it's a little more understood. You can see when someone's kind of nervous, you can understand, okay, maybe this person has trouble interacting with people, and you can kind of read that off of them. But I feel like people dealing with depression often get the line that makes my blood boil: why can't you just be happy? Why are you sad? Those kind of lines. Why don't you just get out of bed and get on with your day? Whoa. Sorry, I'm making myself all mad. I'm gonna have to do a good workout later and burn off this anger. It's just the kind of thing where, like, people don't get it. People do not get it, that it's an actual chemical imbalance for the most part. I'm sure there's other reasons for people dealing with depression. Sometimes it could be a traumatic life event that just goes ahead and hits you, and then it rocks your world and you can get serious symptoms coming from there. Or it could be, which I think it is in my case, something that is just so heavily built into your genetics, because on both sides of my family, I'm not going to get into all the details because I don't feel like I should disclose all that information, but let's just say in all the family, in my family tree, there are episodes of anxiety, generalized anxiety, social anxiety, OCD type traits, depression, clinical depression, bipolar disorder. So basically that's all streaming down to me. And like I've said in the past, it doesn't mean that just because you have a genetic predisposition that your environment and the things you do to help yourself are not going to help you out of it. It's not like you are doomed to be depressed and you're doomed to have a mental illness. Maybe you will develop one just because due to your genetics it was just so inevitable, but you can cope with it and you can get through it and become stronger and not write yourself off as an illness. So I'm trying so hard, but I feel like sometimes people bring me down because they remind me of my illness. People that don't understand. They bring up the depression and they just say, well, why can't you just feel better and why can't you do this? My depression was so bad that I dropped out of school. It was so bad that I severed friendships. It was so bad that I ruined our relationship a few years ago. I'm getting to that point again where my mental illness is affecting my life again, and I wish that people were more understanding about what I'm going through. And I guess the thing is, it's hard sometimes to open up about mental illness. So there's some times in the past where, let's say I'd cancel on a friend or something like that, and I didn't want to admit the reason was because I was sad. I didn't feel like seeing anyone. I didn't feel like being social. I wanted to be alone. But it's very weird because, like, I'm just venting about everything that's coming to mind now, but this is great. I'm feeling good. It just got to the point where it's like, it just completely overtook me. And sometimes I would be really wanting to be left alone, and sometimes I'd get really clingy. And I think that's part of also the whole social anxiety thing, a little bit with, I guess, anxiety in general, that sometimes I would have, a panic attack. I don't get a full-blown panic attack like some people do, but when I feel like I'm about to be trapped or I have a big fear like that, then I really start, like, fighting. I get really nervous, I start sweating, I feel like it's the end of the world, like, I don't know if you guys know a bit more about panic attacks. Please feel free to enlighten me on your own experiences, because I'm still trying to decide if that's kind of what I got or it was just an, anxiety episode or whatever. But sometimes I literally would get to that point where my heart's racing, I'm freaking out, and I guess it feels like when things are out of my control. And the number one thing, which I'll confess to you all right now, my number one fear is abandonment. So I think that says something about me. I've gone through some experiences in the past which have reinforced that. However, I realize that that's not something that you can hold on to. Anyone who has a fear or an insecurity, you can't keep worrying about it all your life, or else you're not going to live your life. I try so hard to live in the moment, to be at peace, to just take every day and appreciate it. I was just sitting out in the sunshine before, I was doing some deep breathing, and I was just feeling good. Today was a little bit of a hard day for me, but I was able to pull myself back out of that. And part of the reason today was hard was because of the misunderstandings with my mental illness. And so I got into a really low mood. I didn't want to do anything, but I said, you know what, I'm going to make a video. I'm going to express how I'm feeling, because I'm sure a lot of you can relate. So if you can relate, thumbs up my video. I find it's very hard to be coping with both depressive symptoms and social anxiety, because a lot of times they can be very opposing feelings involved, and they can really just make you feel alone sometimes, even though you know you're not, because obviously there's this whole wonderful community. So I'm feeling better, so I guess I'm done my rant. But if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll try and put out hopefully another video or two before I leave on my trip. And if not, well, I will talk to you guys very soon. Alright, thank you guys. Bye.